Hey, it's Uncle Chimpus here. Last episode we randomized all of WoW Classic. Every zone landed in a new level bracket. Hardcore rules, 1 life per character. Race and class rolled blind. 3 lives total before the whole world resets. We lost 6 characters so far, and we made it to level 10 with Milkman, the Tauren Druid. We had a class trainer in camp. We knew the brackets of 3 different zones, and we're heading north to finish the Druid class quest. That meant crossing the Thousand Needles and the Barrens, finding Mulgore and then Thunderbluff. Let's see how that went. Milkman is currently level 10 and we're going to be making our way through a bracket 2 area. The current plan is to push through Thousand Needles, take the Great Lift up to Barrens, and figure out the brackets from there. Okay, we finally made it up. Let's see what the bracket is. Looks like the enemies are going to be in bracket 2 as well. And looks like I was right, bracket 2. Same as Thousand Needles, we're still in manageable territory. I start making my way north, staying on the road. The goal is a horde outpost near the Mulgore entrance. If I can reach that, I can push into Mulgore. And if that's not possible, I'm gonna stick with balance for now. The further north I go, the worse enemies get. Level 20, 25, I'm level 10. That's not the bracket that Baron's enemies are supposed to be in. As it turns out, the bounding box for Dustwallow Marsh leads into Barrens themselves, so some higher level enemies get placed there. I try to make my mind up whether I should continue. The camp is pretty near, maybe I can hug the edge and slip through. A Fen Dweller locks onto me, I run. I pop Nature's Grasp, which I took just in case something like this happens, and it immediately gets the spell for some reason. The enemy is not rooted, and I get killed. 7 characters down. 2 lives left before a full world reset. Milkman is dead, time to reroll. And we roll a Troll Priest. Let's call him Pabubu. Spawns in Ashenvale, right in the middle of an alliance town. And we're immediately chased by a level 8 spider. Thankfully, we managed to escape. So, let's reveal the zone. Ashenvale is bracket 1. Okay, I know there's a horde outpost on the eastern side of the map. Splinter 3 post. That's the target. We start making our way there. Priest, as we saw with Chimpil the last episode, is pretty comfortable. It has the second highest hardcore survival rate in the base game, and honestly, you can feel why. Ashenvale is a good zone too. The mobs are spread out in Ashenvale, no packs, no swarming, and Smite does a good job of taking care of enemies. At least for now. I make it to the Splinter 3 post, but it looks like the guards have been replaced with enemies. They're too hard for me to fight at the moment. We get our first level up. We're close enough to Ashara that I duck in to scout it. And it seems like Ashara is bracket 3. And we reach level 5. I check Felwood to the north. And it's bracket 2. It looks like the script is working as intended. Bracket 1 zones now have adjacent bracket level 2 and 3 zones, so we're not gonna be locked in from now on. We continue leveling and finally reach level 7. We finally get inside the Splinter 3 post. Guards are replaced with enemies, but they're level 7 and 8 now, appropriate for our level. We check what's available, nothing useful. But still, it's a foothold. Before I go further, the comments. Last video, one piece of feedback that kept coming up is that the XP rate is too slow. And they're right, so I doubled it. Still felt too slow, tripled it. Triple XP from here on out. Same world, same rules, same hardcore, just less grinding between the interesting parts. After doing the XP change, I checked the Baron's entrance from Ashenvale. The enemies from there seem bracket appropriate, so it's definitely Dustwallow Marsh that's bleeding in. But it looks like I'm not going through Barrens to Orgrimmar, but I have a better idea. There's a river that runs between Ashenvale and Ashara, all the way down to Orgrimmar. Mostly open water. If the coast is clear, I think I could swim the whole way through without touching the shore at all. So I do, constantly checking around me, no enemies. And then, a bridge, leading directly into Orgrimmar. I make my way to the bridge and see some enemies. Bracket 4. It looks like some NPCs got replaced by hostile ones, and now the guards are fighting them. I'm currently level 10. One hit kills me. The aggro range on enemies this far above my level is going to be enormous. I should probably leave. I don't leave. The priest trainer and the first aid trainer are close to the entrance. I take a breath and I run. I grab everything I can. Smite rank 2, Shadow Word Pain rank 2, Fade, Renew, Power Word Shield, Power Word Fortitude, and just by talking to the trainer, I complete a class quest. Hex of Weakness added to the toolkit. I should go now. I don't go. I head back near the guards, and the floating combat text appears. Something has noticed me. The guards get the attention of the enemy that was chasing me. That was very close. And I push on anyway. I learn enchanting, tailoring, and I craft my first green item, white linen robe. +1 intelligence, enormous. I took more risk than I had any right to, and I head back to Ashenvale. This is the furthest we've made it so far. Triple XP is working. I keep leveling into the Barrens, and I'm level 12. Things are going well. And then I see Tishu, a level 13 rare cat. I pull it. It spawns 3 Savannah Cubs, 3 enemies hitting me simultaneously. Means every time I try to cast, the power resets. I can't complete the spell. I start running. Power Word Shield, Health Potion. Not enough. 1 life before a full world reset. Time to roll my last character. Troll Warrior. 1 life left. We know the map layout from our last 2 characters and we're going to use it to our advantage. We spawn in Ashenvale again, Alliance territory. Same general area, we immediately run. We grab all the exploration XP and the low level spawns that I know of, and we hit level 4 almost immediately. And then we go straight to Orgrimmar. This time around I know some of the paths that enemies are going to take, so I time it correctly. We wait at the entrance until the guards have cleared up the enemies, and then we walk in. We grab the flight path. The enemies in some of the buildings are far enough away that they don't notice us. We reach the warrior trainer. We grab Rend and Battle Shout, which is going to make a huge difference. Warrior is one of the weaker classes early on, so every ability counts. And now, we have some. Heartstone isn't cooldown, so we walk out. And the clear speed is surprisingly better than Priest. No mana, no casting, just hitting things. You forget how much time gets eaten by mana regeneration until you play a warrior. But our main problem currently is the weapon that we're using. It's a level 1 white axe. Warrior abilities scale directly off weapon damage. The better the weapon, the better the ability. And right now, the weapon is terrible. We want a 2-hander, preferably an axe eventually. But we can't wield one without proficiency. And proficiency costs gold, at the Orgrimmar Weapon Master. Gold we don't have. So, we grind. Being alone has its benefits. There are no other players. Every chest in the Ashenvale is just sitting there, uncontested, on a short respawn timer. This is the best gold per hour I found in the entire run. Few levels, a few laps of the chest route, and we have enough. Back to Orgrimmar. Staff proficiency purchased. Walking stick, a level 3 weapon. This is the only combination that we could afford at the moment, but the difference is immediate. We go back to Ashenvale. The enemies fall over. The chest route gets faster. In no time, we have enough for a quarterstaff, another upgrade. We grab the 2-handed axe proficiency as well, which is going to be our main weapon type. We get some white mail pieces as well, and the character finally looks like a warrior. One thing I should explain. I picked up enchanting, and the reason is specific to this world. First off, no one is going to enchant my gear for me. And the second reason is that we can farm a lot of items from rare enemies. In a randomized world, rare enemies inherited the respawn timers from whatever NPC used to be in their slot. A lot of these NPCs had very short timers, sometimes minutes. So in Nixie and Elwynn Forest, she'd probably be back up before you even reach zone border. Herbalism goes alongside enchanting. Temporarily. I want to level alchemy eventually for protection flasks. Once I have enough herbs stockpiled, I'll swap it out. Actually, that I might increase the profession cap so characters can learn more than 2. Saves a lot of back and forth. For now, I'm staying with these 2 though. We reach level 15 and we head Darkshore. And it looks like the zone is going to be bracket 2. And back in Orgrimmar, we're able to pick up a weapon upgrade, the Bearded Axe. Level 18. We push through the Barrens towards Stone Talon Mountains. And Stone Talon Mountains is bracket 2 as well. We check the Desolus entrance from Stone Talon, but we know it's bracket 3. I scout out whether it's a good idea to make my way towards the Shadowprey village on the other end of Desolus, but it seems like a bad idea, so I turn around. I go to Felwood to grab a flight path that I missed earlier, but I'm holding off on going to Winterspring for now. In the tunnel itself, there are some NPCs that need a reputation quest to become non-aggressive, and I don't know whether they were shuffled or not, so I'm not going to risk it. We attempt to go to Mulgore from the Barrens. I go to Mulgore, it's bracket 3, but there are too many high-level enemies blocking the path, so I hardstone out. Level 19, I go back south. Feralas and Thousand Needles. Zones we know already. I grab the Feralas Flight Master, then 3 Wind Post and Thousand Needles. And there's a Lore Master vendor that sells scrolls that buff us. And there's a limited supply. We take his entire stock. Playing solo has some advantages. Level 21, Deep South, Daenerys, Angoru, Silithus. And here's the pattern, bracket 1, 2 and 3. And now we get a full picture. The script is working as intended. It's building zones starting from bracket 1 to bracket 7, and since we got several bracket 1 zones in Kalimdor, Eastern Kingdoms is going to be disgustingly hard. Level 24. Ashara. I find a great chest route here and farm it for several laps. Multiple pieces of gold. I spend almost all of it at the warrior trainer. Abilities are expensive, but each one of them matters. But abilities aren't the only thing that the warrior trainer can help us out with. There are 2 quests that we can do, the level 10 and the level 20 warrior class quests. I didn't start the level 10 warrior quest line because the NPC that gives you the quest is located just on the border of Durotar, and near him are level 30 enemies, which we can't fight at the moment. But something we can do is the first part of the level 20 warrior quest line. In Barrens, there's an NPC who needs 5 parts from Silithid enemies. Here's the lucky part. There's a Silithid just outside his house. 5 parts, quest complete. That's the first part of the level 20 questline done. And now we're high enough level and geared enough to finally sneak into Mulgore. The high level enemies that blocked us before are manageable to dodge now. We make it through to Dunderbluff. We grab the flight path and we go to the Weapon Master and learn the 2-handed mace proficiency. I reach level 25 and I equip an axe that I got back in Ashenvale. We finally got a pretty solid weapon. We head to Dustwallow Marsh, bracket 3. Flight path grabbed, and there's a weapon here called the Big Stick that's going to be useful later. With Kalimdor mostly mapped, I start looking east. I take the ship from Ratchet to Stranglethorn Vale. From Grumgall's base camp, there's a blimp to Orgrimmar, and the guards there have been converted to elite enemies. 2 of them. I pop Retaliation, and I manage to deal with them. We arrive in Orgrimmar, and I stay on the blimp. As expected, I wouldn't be capable of reaching the blimp from this side. The bracket 4 enemies between the entrance and the tower make it completely impassable on foot. So let's go scout Tirfall Glades next. I said Eastern Kingdoms was going to be bad. I look at the zone. Bracket 6. Enemies in the mid-40s to low 50s. I immediately hardstone out. Undercity is going to have to wait. Back in the Barrens, the level 10 warrior quest has been sitting in the lock since early on, and I think it's finally time that we attempted it. So I'll try to sneak past all of the enemies. Let's see how this goes. There's a level 30 ogre just next to him, but if I time it correctly, I think I can make it. Okay, that was a close one, but we managed to grab it. My Heartstone is currently on cooldown. I used it like just a few minutes ago, so I think I'm just gonna go to sleep and we'll try to complete this quest tomorrow. And that's what I did. The quest required us to hunt thunder lizards until we got 5 singed scales. I think I saw a couple of them in Barrens, so let's go take a look. And in around 30 minutes, we got all the scales that we needed. Let's go back to the quest giver. The level 30 enemy is on the far end of his patrol. I hand in the quest without being noticed. And we finally unlock it, Defensive Stance. Defensive Stance lets us actually function as a tank, and now we can utilize abilities that we couldn't before, like Disarm, Shield Bash, Dawn, and most importantly, Sunder Armor. Oh, and while I was editing this, I finished grinding the Stranglethorn Vale arena chests. We opened 13 of them in total, and got a bunch of blue items and gold. The next episode we're going to continue the warrior questline, and this is going to be our biggest challenge yet. Let's see how it goes. See you next time.